Alright, we're going to check out Grimlock. Not this Grimlock. This Grimlock. The Hero Masher version. It's kind of cool. Looks like he's an amalgamation between the G1 and the movie. Definitely G1 colors, which is awesome, which is the only reason I got him. The other Dinobot they got in this series is Strafe. I'm just going to call him Swoop, because he's Swoop, and it comes with a Bumblebee. It's like a $30 set, so I'm kind of like, I would have bought Strafe by himself for $20, but I don't know if I really want a Bumblebee, but we'll see. I might get him at some point. Guy looks pretty neat. Just no good picture of him being all assembled, like he should be, like in the regular T-Rex form. Kind of looks like Grimlock's gun on his back, though. It's kind of neat. Yeah, pretty cool looking. Can't wait to get this guy assembled in his T-Rex mode. Does have a little light up feature here. You can do a little trimmy thing on there. So it's kind of neat. So let's get this guy opened up and check him out. Alright, I got Grimlock all assembled with like every single bit that came in his box. Let's see if I can push him back where you can get a full view. So yeah. The only thing it doesn't have two of is this one blaster gun right here, which is, it kind of looks like it's made for like a hand, which doesn't really have any hands because he's dinosaur mode and that's it. But you can take it and take Optimus Prime's blaster out and you can put that in there. One thing that's kind of neat is that guess you can't. There are other fists though that interesting. Does not fit in a hand. But it'll fit in this hand. I didn't show you this before, but this is the Ultra Magnus piece from Optimus Prime. So I don't know how many characters it's going to take to finish this guy, but if it's one per figure and like its weapons, another one's going to be like 10 or 12 doggone Masher guys. Have to look and see if he's even coming out. I don't know if these things are popular enough for them to do like 30 figures to complete Ultra Magnus, and Cliff Jumper is one of the other ones, and then Skywarp is the Decepticon. But yeah, you can hold that. That's kind of neat. He does have two missile launchers. There, shoot these little missiles out. Has this on the top there, and it's a couple of cannons, but it's hollow. Some of the pieces are like this. If you've never got any of the Masher stuff, some of the accessories are like that. So he's got this right there. It's got a peg on one side, or like a tab on one side, a slot on the other, basically. So if you wanted to, you could take this little, I don't know, this Art Deco 30s side saddle kind of looking missile launcher thing. And you could plug it in on the side if you wanted to, I guess. Kind of neat. Do the same thing on this side too. See if you can get Snake Eyes now with this one. Where are you at? Man. Snake Eyes is just too hard to hit. And that missile's gone forever. I don't know if it actually landed on the shelf back there, or yeah, it did. I'll get it later. Yeah, so then he's got his little action feature, which let's see if we can, let's see if the light's turning on. I know the camera's going to compensate, but kind of neat. It shows it pretty good on camera. I mean, this part doesn't really transmit the light all that well. It does fit on the bottom of the jaw and into the LED that's in there. But that's pretty cool. And the jaw's articulated. Turn the lights back on. There's the part. You could put it in somebody else's hand if you wanted to, like a flamethrower kind of thing. I don't know. Now we get to Grimlock himself, finally. And I get to sit down. Okay. So, like I said, articulated jaw. His head is on a, like a swivel joint. It's pretty clicky. The little arms have a couple of joints on them. I mean, these things are really articulated, considering, Star Wars fans ought to be jealous. Look at this. For $20, this is what you get. And I think this is, like, even though it doesn't have the paint apps, or it's not really trying to create like a human likeness, but this toy actually is a better quality than some of the Black Series 6-inch figures. What the hell, Hasbro? Good grief, guys. So yeah, he's got, a lot of different cues, a lot of the skeletal looking stuff going on from the movie version with a lot of the paint apps. Basic coloring and everything, kind of like from the G1-ish, sort of. But it's kind of neat. And comes apart, you have his head, each of the arms come off. And each of these sockets can pull out too, I believe. I just didn't do it. But the only thing weird with these sockets is they kind of like, once you get the figure on there, they kind of like swivel around, so you don't really get like, right now it's an up down, and so to go side to side, you have to like take the head off, move it, and now you got side to side. Same thing with the tail, same kind of thing. Legs pop off, legs are nice and articulated. I don't know what setup I had before, but I'm getting so much shadow stuff going on now. It's really annoying. So yeah, pretty neat. I mean, the tail's a little loose where that goes in. I might be able to put a piece of paper or something in there, kind of spread out those little tongs, tines, plugs. This thing's articulated there. A couple of plugs are in the end. So yeah, pretty cool. I want to say this guy was $20. I don't think he was $24. But right now they got all the Transformers buy one get one half off at a Toys R Us, and so I'll have to look and see if they got the electronic Optimus. I think there's an electronic Megatron also. If they have either of those, and they have the Strafe, aka Swoop, Bumblebee set, then I might get another set. I really would like to get Dinobots in this. This is a really cool aesthetic, you know. Kind of has like a, like I said, like a movie cross with G1 kind of thing. Kind of dig the flame thing too on this guy, even though the effect doesn't work all that well. It still looks cool to put that in his mouth. There you go. What I think about this guy, you know, my 3-year-old's a little picky. He wasn't really into the swapping stuff. I haven't seen the 7-year-old playing with the mashers very much. He might think that it's meant for his 3-year-old and just kind of like didn't want to play with the 3-year-old's toy. Here he is with Optimus, basically like side by side. But they're, you know, he's got a little bit more bulk to him. He's more like the standard size masher guy, I guess. But yeah, you know, for the 3 to 7-year-old age group, probably give it like about an 8. You know, it's got a lot of playability in there, a lot of posability, a lot of parts. You know, they like playing with the parts and stuff. Mashable feature, I don't know how well they dig that. It's kind of hard to gauge. I think it's kind of neat. I mean, I'm probably not going to do anything unless I come up with some parts where I'm making a custom figure. I probably won't do like a lot of the part swapping. I just like it as a basic, just a fun little figure. You know, these things are $10 a piece. For these, it's like $10, or I think maybe the Optimus and the Megatron were like 10 or 11, and then there's actually like Starscream and Bumblebee and a few other ones that are single pack that are like right at $10. So he might be like, it might have been 11 or 12. Totally cool, especially if you can get them on sale like they are right now. For the you know meant to play with group, the intended age group, probably about an 8. Collector wise, I mean, it's probably gonna be like a 6. I mean, they're okay, but they're not like, you know, they don't really just display well with other stuff, just because of the lack of detail in the simple version. I mean, he'd probably display well next to like the animated kind of stuff, just because he kind of looks like that. Yeah. I mean, collector-wise, I don't know. I'll probably give him a lower rating. So yeah, like 6, maybe even 7 for collectors. But the kids, I think the kids kind of like them. Just they're not really into the mashing thing. So yeah, if you don't have one, don't worry about getting one. Now I do like the Grimlock over the Optimus. But that's me. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe right there. Boom. And yet again, thanks for watching, guys, and keep playing with your toys. I do. Not your toys, my toys. But Alright, real quick before we get to Grimlock, here's the Masher Optimus. This is the basic one. There's also an electronic one that I might also get. I don't know, kind of neat. Kind of reminds me of the old Action Masters, you know, the way you got the little posable figure that doesn't transform. This is probably the first series of these that I've, besides the Creons, that I've had since the Action Master series, where it's like a non-transforming dude. But yeah, you got Optimus there, and I was kind of hoping his little jetpacks would like plug into the back, which they do. They'll plug into the back, but not together. The post is in the wrong spot. So I wish those were either spaced out a little bit more, or the little booster things where pins were like moved over to one side or the other. That's okay. His little blaster here, it's got a little missile launcher feature, so you can shoot snake eyes. This right there, you can go, oh, snake eyes, and snake eyes goes, haha, you missed. Okay, so that one didn't fire all that well. It's got his translucent axe from like the movie, and I think he's been in a few other things. Plus, you can swap it out for the hand of accusation. You. Kind of like the evil monkey kind of thing. But yeah, pretty neat. It's got this other gigantic cannon, which looks vaguely familiar, but I don't remember seeing it in a Transformers context. It seems like something else. But it's kind of cool. Just snap it on his back or arm or wherever. There we go. That's Optimus real quick. So we'll get Grimlock out of his box, and then we'll check him out.